Hey guys, it's for real, and today we'll be discussing on how to win on mines from the south side. Now, a lot of people, a lot of streamers are gonna claim that winning the hill is the most important part of this map, and I'll be honest with you, I cannot argue with that. However, that thing is not gonna happen most of the time from the south side because we have an unfavorable spawn, and additionally, that's a high risk play. And when you're marking tanks, especially if they have high, high requirements, you're gonna lose a lot on that just because you're willing to bet on your teammates helping you out and the enemy team not going as much. And as you can see right now, our Progetto 65 committed to the hill play, and that didn't work out for him. He died instantly. And when you're from a south side, I'm actually gonna say that the hill is not the most important part. The position where I am right now is the most important part, because if the enemy is able to get to the K1, K2, they'll be able to farm the chief and the heavies who are playing the middle right now. So having someone who is competent and capable enough to hold this position is actually going to provide your teammates who are spawned from a south side a much higher chance of victory. And I strongly encourage you to try this position right here, because as you can see, you're able to shoot tanks in the middle who overcommit, such as the Cobra, and hold the spot on the bigger island, which is the D1, E1, F1 area, and keep the Progetto spotted and prevent them from farming the heavy tanks. As you can see, the enemies are gonna farm slowly the tanks on the 8-9 line, and the score is definitely not favorable for us right now. It's 0-4, and however, the HP is actually relatively the same. And that's quickly added by the succession of 2 kills, one of which is the Progetto 65. And you can get a lot of damage from here when you can farm, when you have a lot of heavies where the Cobra is located, or people who make mistakes like the Conqueror. And you can get a lot of assists as well. This position is also really great for farming when the enemies are over pushing you, like when the team loses everything and they're trying to end the match. This position offers you to do a lot of damage before they actually reach your position and kill you off. So one of the most crucial things is actually to keep your HP in this position, because I'm actually going to argue this is probably one of the most secure positions in the entire game where you're going to do a lot of damage regardless of the situation. This has probably been my most consistent position in the entire game, where I'm always almost certainly sure I'm going to do damage. Now, coming back, there's a lot of interesting plays going on, especially from this 277. And what I did here is crucial. I tracked him, and I double tracked him again, because I wanted to prevent him from reaching the K1 stone, which he was trying to do. And now I'm going to basically side scrape and out DPM him and going to kill him off. And this was just a classic masterclass on how to take out a tank who's trying to overcommit on you. So anyways, this pushes at the 3.6k damage, make that 4. And I'm actually going to spoil this a bit for you. This actually turns out to be my free mark game, because I end up doing a substantial amount of damage. But if it's a win or not, we're going to see right now. So anyways, I tried to HE the guy. However, that was not a good angle, and I'm actually going to make a massive mistake here, and which leaves me on a one-shot, 148 HP to be exact, because I thought the FV was going to actually reload much longer, and I did not take into account that the STB would be aiming at me. And this is something you have to be actually really wary of, is that people from a position where the Conqueror and STBF have a shot on you. So you have to be really aware and of what you're doing when you're trying to engage tanks who are going to keep you spotted in the one line. So anyways, I luckily managed to survive the FV shot and kill him off. And that puts me at almost 7k combined. And the score is 5-7, and we're 1k down from what I see. And I had one decision here. The decision was either to push forward and commit into the bigger island so we take map control, or fall back. And right now I'm undecided, because I'm at really low HP, and if I get spotted, the double RD is gonna kill me. And the the correct play when it comes to actually farming damage would have been to actually stay back in the H1 location. However, I decided to take a risk because I want to eliminate potentially RDs such as Vabacha himself who are out of position. Because in H1, the RDs would eventually be able to splash me to death. So the high risk, high reward play is the one I'm doing right now, which is taking that island, trying to outspot the campers at A4 and potentially an RD. And give shots on the standard B such as this one. However, I'm a bit of a bot and I miss as well as get spotted, which puts me in a terrifying position of getting slammed by the RD. That's why I'm moving erratically, so the RD will not be able to predict my moves and kill me off. And the question here is what to do next. And the best play is to thin down the Conqueror who's on the hill as much as possible. And putting this shot actually puts him at a potential one shot, and he's gonna reduce the threat to everyone in the team substantially. Now, recap on the match itself. We are 3k down, and all of us are actually one-shottable from what I see, except for the STRV, I believe. Maybe I'm tripping. No, it's a Type 61 and the STRV, and the STRV is actually also a one-shot. However, that's not important as much because he's actually going to provide spotting, and his position actually also being on a one-shot is going to allow us to thin down the 50 TP substantially, and he's making a really important play because STRV actually has really good camera rating, so he's able to provide spot. And this is actually a great example of how even though you're one shot, you can still be of a really valuable asset to the team, much more so than some tanks who are full HP but camping at the back of the line. So our mission right now is to support the Type 61 and the STRV as much as possible. And we killed previously the Type 4 Heavy, which was pushing the Type 61, and we actually thinned out the 50 TP massively. And what it will be a really nice place to actually take off a Conqueror. And I tried for a blind shot, however I don't even get to him, I hit a rock. So yeah, that's unfortunate. However, but thanks to the STRV and his sacrifice, which was unnecessary by the way, he could have ran away after I farmed 2 shots off. But that's something that I would say experience and skill come into effect. However, his sacrifice, so to speak, gave us a much bigger winning chance. And right now, I'm just trying to spot the 50 TP for my RD if possible. However, as you can see, there are bushes there and a tree that's fallen, which make it really hard for me to spot. And what I'm doing now, I'm raising my my gun and turning my turret so I maximize the possibility of me spotting. And there we go, 50 TP spotted. On my side, perfect opportunity for me to take him out. Fantastic stuff right there. So that puts us at 7k damage and 2k spotting, which is a fantastic battle by all means. Now, the question is, do we wait for the Conqueror and STRV to make a play, or do we take the initiative? And honestly speaking, it would be on them to make a play because the STRV is full HP. However, because I see that the RD kills the Conqueror, which is fantastic result, I'm actually gonna push the tempo. And the STRV, he's been camping at A5, A4 the entire game, right? Do you think he's gonna move? Of course not. He's a bloody triangle camper as per usual. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the role of the spotter for both the RD and my Type 61. I'm gonna hope the Type 61 gets on the hill, which he isn't. He's actually going in the... And an interesting... oh, he's gonna probably try to push up to D4, D5, C5. But that would not be the best play because, as the chieftain in the chat says, taking the hill would be the best play because he can provide crossfire on the STRV once I spot him. So I'm going to start blinding a bit here. I have 23 shells, no worry. I'm going to check out if I get spotted. The answer is no, which means that the STRV is either behind the rock or he's in the same, literally the same position, so out of range for me. So what I'm going to do here is actually a really risky play until I actually see that the RD kills himself, which is hilarious. Anyways, so what I'm going to do now is going to go the widest range possible to get to the STRV as close as possible. Now, the death of the RD means that he will not be able to spot me, and thus the STRV cannot farm me. And the STRV, he's clearly not the best player, because if he had some actual brain, I'm gonna say a little bit rudely, he would be in the bushes trying to spot me before I reach him close enough. However, that does not prove to be the case, and I'm actually gonna push all the way in so I can get below him. And what my role is going to be is to spot for the type and the RD. I raise my gun, as you can see, to maximize my spotting possibilities. And I see no one's here. Oh, STRV spotted. Perfect. Now, I'm really greedy, and I should actually, and I would, under usual circumstances, take a shot just to kill him. I would risk it. However, in the interest of winning this time, I let everyone else take care of it. So anyways, guys, I hope you learned something, and take care.